There may be another human species still alive inside you, not in myth, not in fossils, in your cells. Hidden among your DNA are fragments that do not belong to modern humans. They do not belong to Neanderthals. They do not belong to Denisovans. They belong to someone else. A human lineage science has never found. No skull, no bones, no tools we can name, only a ghost. And somehow, part of that ghost survived in us, which raises a disturbing possibility. What if human history is missing an entire branch of humanity, not because they left no trace, but because we are the trace? And if a vanished species still lives inside our biology, what exactly did we inherit from them? Tonight, we try to reconstruct the human species that disappeared, without ever truly leaving. For years, scientists thought our story was becoming simpler. Then genetics complicated everything. When researchers began comparing modern genomes from populations around the world, something appeared that should not have been there. Ancient sequences, very old, very strange, and impossible to match. Not Neanderthal, not Denisovan. Something older, something missing, a ghost population, an ancestor inferred only through mathematical fingerprints. Imagine finding footprints in wet earth. But no body ever made them. That is what these sequences are. Evidence of someone without a fossil. And the deeper scientists looked, especially in West Africa and in parts of Oceania, the stranger it became. Because these weren't random mutations. They looked inherited, ancient, structured, fragments of another human story, one we forgot. But how do you reconstruct a species when all you have is genetic static? That's where this becomes almost science fiction, because now we may be bringing extinct humans back through data alone. Imagine rebuilding a vanished human, not from bones, but from living people. That is happening now. Scientists isolate anomalous archaic sequences, compare shared fragments across populations, strip away modern variation, and slowly, a phantom genome begins to emerge, like assembling a face from broken mirrors. Some call it de-extinction by data, and it may be revealing something extraordinary. These sequences aren't dead relics. Some appear functional, immune regulation, metabolism, environmental stress response, not junk, inheritance. Meaning this lost lineage may still be shaping human survival today. Think about that. Traits helping you resist disease, adapt to climate, maybe even process food, could have come from people no one has ever seen, from a species erased from history, but not biology. And that changes what extinction means, because maybe they didn't disappear, maybe they dispersed into us. But if we carry their genes, what did these ghost humans actually look like? That may be the most haunting question of all, because now, science is trying to give a face to a phantom. Picture a human you've never been taught existed, close enough to interbreed, different enough to vanish. What were they? Using archaic fragments, scientists can begin inferring possibilities, not certainty, possibility, traits, adaptations, body strategies, maybe stronger immune resilience, maybe unusual metabolic efficiency, maybe adaptations to disease environments modern humans struggled in. Some researchers even suspect deeply divergent lineages may have contributed survival advantages we still carry, which means our success may not have been ours alone. We may have borrowed it, inherited it, from cousins history forgot. And here's the strange part. Their invisibility may explain itself. If they lived in humid regions where fossils rarely preserve, or in populations too scattered to leave dense archaeological signatures, they could remain hidden, not absent, hidden. And suddenly the silence in the fossil record isn't emptiness, it's camouflage, mid-video rehook. But this wasn't a lonely ghost species drifting at the margins, because the Ice Age world may have been crowded with more humans than we ever imagined, and that changes everything. We often picture prehistory as empty, one human species, marching alone. That may be fiction. The Pleistocene may have looked more like a social network, overlapping humans, meeting, competing, trading genes, maybe exchanging tools, maybe enemies, maybe allies. A world where human was not singular, it was plural, and ghost lineages may have lived in the edges, forests, river systems, tropical refugees, places bones vanish, places history forgets, and perhaps when our ancestors met them, interbreeding was not accident. It was adaptation, an evolutionary alliance, one that gave our species borrowed advantages, new immune defenses, new environmental tolerances, maybe survival itself. Think how radical that is. Modern humans may not have conquered the world alone. We may have done it partly with help from extinct relatives, from ghosts, and if that's true, our species was never purely us. We were already many. But there's one final twist. Because these ghosts may still be affecting you now, today, right now, this may be the strangest part. Ghost lineages may still influence human biology, disease resistance, inflammatory responses, adaptation, possibly even vulnerabilities. Ancient choices still echoing in living bodies, inside hospitals, inside genomes, inside you, an extinct species, still participating in the present. And now, knowing these signatures exist, scientists may begin hunting their physical remains. The fossils may still be out there, misidentified, ignored, waiting. And one day, a skull may emerge from cave sediment, matching the ghost hidden in our blood. And if that happens, we won't be discovering a new human species. We'll be meeting family, late, very late. Because maybe the ghost lineage never truly vanished. Maybe extinction was only partial. Maybe they survived by becoming part of us. And if that is true, when you look in the mirror, you may be seeing more than Homo sapiens. You may be seeing an echo. For centuries we thought human evolution was a straight line. Now it looks like a crowded forest, lost branches, hidden cousins, ghosts in our blood. And maybe the most unsettling discovery is that human identity was never as singular as we believed. We are not only descendants, we may be mosaics, part survivor, part inheritance, part extinct, and maybe part ghost. But there's an even darker question this discovery opens. If we carry DNA from a human species we never even knew existed, how many other lost humans are still hidden, waiting inside us? And one of them may have been stronger than us, smarter than us, maybe even closer to replacing us. That's the next story. Watch next. The human species that almost replaced us. If you want more hidden chapters in the story of humanity, subscribe. Because this channel isn't about ancient fossils. It's about the human's history buried, and we've only just begun uncovering them.